Valley High School football hits the airwaves tomorrow night on our sister station, the Central Valley's CWK359.
It's all part of the Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Central Valley CW.
And tomorrow night's game will feature the Sunnyside High Wildcats going up against the San Joaquin Memorial High Panthers at 7:30 p.m. in Fresno.
Yeah, we have both head coaches in our Studio B alongside one of the guys who will be calling tomorrow night's game, Vince Wesson. Gentlemen, good morning. Vince, take it away.
Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Kopi. What a start for Friday Night Rivals. 3 games, all 3 games decided on the last play of the game. Joining me today, Jason Murray, Sunnyside, Anthony Ghostin, San Joaquin Memorial. Guys, no pressure for this week's game. We're going to let you decide the game on the second to last play of the game. So it just seems like yesterday you two were in here. You've played each other 4 times in like the last 2 years. Talk about familiarity. Does that breed content or not? Schematically, do you look at it and say, hey, we're going to do some things last year that we didn't do this year, or is it all about personnel? We'll start with you, Jason.
No, you know, I look back at last year's tape and find some similarities, but each group is kind of new. The familiarity's just been a little bit ugly because they keep beating us. So, you know, we got to get over that hump any way we can.
Coach Ghostin.
No, we haven't looked at last year's tape. I mean, we're a different team. They're a different team. They have different personnel. So we got to focus on what they do well this year. And so that's been our focus all week, is focusing on this group of kids and obviously what we do well to try to counter what they're going to do. So last year's last year.
Okay, we're getting close to league play coming up here. I think one more game between the two of you in the non-league schedule. Where are you as a program, as a team? Are you where you want to be? A little ahead of schedule? A little behind?
We're ahead of schedule in that our non-league schedule has been so difficult. El Diamante and Mount Whitney and Clovis East and San Joaquin Memorial and next week at Stockdale. So heading into league, we'll be definitely battle tested. So we're excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think our team, obviously, we're young in spots. I think we're just trying to get better every week. I think we're doing that. We have a sophomore quarterback, so that's always going to be difficult, trying to get a sophomore ready to play varsity football. But our guys are playing well. I think we have a tough league, and I think our preseason has been just right for this team as we get ready for CMAC play.
Okay, in case you haven't heard, you're going to see 2 marquee running backs tomorrow night in Steven Johnson of San Joaquin Memorial and, of course, Malcolm Williams of Sunnyside. Now, we've had some great backs in these games the last couple of years. I think of Chris Brown of San Joaquin Memorial and Ariel Wingfield of Sunnyside. Let's start with you, Anthony. Talk about your outstanding running back, Steven Johnson, and how he compares to Chris Brown now at Oregon State.
Yeah, I mean, Steven's a great running back. He's a 3-year guy. He runs very hard. He's a lot different than Chris, and I think Chris was a little bit faster, a little bit longer, but I think Steph catches the ball better out of the backfield. They're both great running backs. I think Steven is perfect for what we do now, which Chris was obviously suited for what we did 3 years ago. So they're both great, but I think Steven has come a long way in his 3 years, and I look forward to him having a great year.
Okay. And Ariel Wingfield dropped 305 yards. That's got to be a Friday Night Rivals record. But now you got a guy that you really like in Malcolm Williams. Talk about Malcolm Williams and how he compares with Wingfield.
I'm looking at the highlights of Steven, and I kind of see a little area on there. Malcolm's different in that he is a stick your toe in the ground, one cut home run, and whereas Arion could kind of shift around, and the thing with Arion though is he would pound you out, but he would get caught. Malcolm's a 4-3 flat guy. He's not getting caught. He's in the open. It's over. And the beautiful thing about that young man is, rare is your best player, your hardest worker, and he's that guy. He's the one that doesn't just try and get through the workouts. He embraces it. So all his success is there's no surprise he's been successful.
Okay, gentlemen, as we wrap up here, I need you to finish this question here. For my team to be successful tomorrow night, we must start with you, Jason.
Keep the penalties to a minimum. Don't turn the ball over. And keep these guys from explosive plays. They got some dudes that can run, and we got to bottle them up a little bit.
I think for us is we have to stop number 7. I think if we do that and obviously make some plays in the passing game, I think we give ourselves a chance to be successful.
Okay. Well, the stage is set again. Friday night rivals coming down to the last play in the first 3 games. We have an outstanding matchup tomorrow night, Sunnyside Stadium, with San Joaquin Memorial 4-0, and then the Sunnyside Wildcats 2-1. Thanks for joining me, Jason Murray of Sunnyside, Anthony Ghostin of San Joaquin Memorial. Back to you guys in the studio, Kim and Kopi. Tomorrow night, Ralph Wood, myself, Kevin Miller on the sidelines, and Storm Chandler pulling down the stats, and he's going to have a busy pencil with these 2 guys and the running backs that they have. Back to you guys.
All right, Vince, thank you very much. So we wanted to remind you that the Central Valley CWK 359's regularly scheduled programming, don't worry, that will follow right after the game.